What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to Pop by Culture. We are here for another week to drop some floppies, discuss this week's releases, and Drew, I think you said it best when you said it was a whiplash-inducing week with comics. But yeah, other than the whiplash, how's it going, man?
I have had a good week. Actually, it started off as a great week, and then just as these weather reports just gradually start coming out, it's turning into a very depressing week. It's just amazing how, if you're in the state of Indiana, you can be at the highest of highs,
Mm.
and by the time we're going to be here come Saturday, it's going to be at the lowest of lows. It's like, I guess we got to be even, Steve. We can't have too much of a good thing here in Indiana.
Yeah, can't have too much of a good thing. Come on, you act like there's a big weather event going on, or that's going to be taking place this weekend. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be another blizzard getting going on this weekend. And depending on where you're at in the state of Indiana, you're going to be getting anywhere between an inch to 18 inches of snow. So,
Yep,
see what
yep.
happens.
Yeah, this winter storm is no joke. It's actually reaching as far down south as us here in Texas, and they're telling we're not getting snow. At least where I'm at, we're not getting snow. But they're telling us to prepare for up to 3 inches worth of ice. So that's fun. But yeah, so of course, everyone's going crazy at Walmart. There is no water to be found. There's no toilet paper to be found. I went last night and got some stuff before coming. Well, we had our book club at the comic book shop last night, so I did that, and then afterwards I went to Walmart, grabbed a few things, and then came home. But literally had a guy with 3 buggies worth of water, and I'm like, bro, like it's only supposed to say below freezing for like 3 days. Like just get one maybe 2 cases, you'll be fine. Because everyone's, I guess the big scare is that here they're worried about power lines going down and water going out again. And I'm like, yeah, okay, like I get it. You may not have water, so you need your water. But by like Tuesday, you're gonna be able to drive again. You just need to get through the weekend, man. So yeah, it's just interesting. People blow my mind. It's like you have down here in Texas, we have any type of winter weather at all, and everyone thinks it's like the end of the world. So it's amusing. But other than that, yes, congratulations to Indiana for winning the championship. That was a crazy game.
Crazy, awesome game. Probably one of the best championship games I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Not just saying that because I'm an IU fan, but arguably one of the greatest and had one of the most iconic moments in collegiate, championship game history. And I think they said that this is actually the highest rated game in the last 10 years, like on ESPN. Yeah, since the Chicago Cubs World Series Game 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun.
30 million viewers watched the game.
Dang, that's pretty damn good. College football is really kind of, I prefer watching college football over NFL, so maybe I'm weird for that. But.
Yeah, and what's great about it is that I can remember 20 years ago, it was pretty much like an SEC thing for college football. Like if you're living in the South or whatever, you were watching college football. But now with just not just the NIL, but like a lot of the talent going to Ohio State, Michigan, wherever, and expanding television markets, we're seeing bigger fan bases, bigger, more viewership. So I mean, viewership is only going up, and honestly, it's like I don't see it being too long before it starts meeting up with the NFL.
Oh yeah, I can believe it. I fully can believe it. But no, it's an exciting game. I had a like pit in my stomach right there at the very end because we hit those last 2 minutes, and I was like, well, actually, like last minute, and I was like, oh,
we all had that look on our face like that porn star Bella Danger when she was there at the game watching it for her boyfriend quarterback.
Yep.
Some back.
I was concerned Miami was going to sneak back like right there at the end and get a touchdown. Thankfully, they didn't.
That second half, that was pretty much Miami. They pretty much ran the second half, and they could have. Yeah. If IU hadn't gone for it on the 4th down, there's a good possibility IU could have lost that game.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But I think it was the right call. You talking about? Are you talking about when he scored the touchdown or?
Yeah, the dive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally worth it. It's smart call, right thing to do. I know it was like a ballsy thing to do, but at the same time, it's
It really was like you got a guaranteed 3-pointer. I mean, 3 points. You're right there. It's easy chip in, but it's like, no, we're going for it. We're going, we're going for the goal.
Yep. So
okay.
Kudos. I had a lot of fun watching that game, and yeah. I was texting you, so
Yeah.
but I was sending some gifs of people doing end zone dances whenever IU scored. I didn't have a stake in the game personally because I'm an A&M guy, but out of the two, I definitely wanted IU to win.
Yeah, it's like it was great. It's just what's insane. We're gonna get the comics eventually, but what's insane about it is that at the game itself in Miami, 75% of the people there at the game are IU fans. 75%.
Yeah.
In Miami Stadium.
That's
where the University
crazy.
where the University of Miami plays in that stadium. Think about that.
That is wild. I think that the cool thing about it too is just we've kind of mentioned this before, but the story, just the overall story, the underdog.
It is the greatest underdog story ever at this point. Mm-hmm. Coming from being the losingest program in college football history to winning a national championship in 2 years.
Yeah. It's wild. Also, real quick, I do want to share. You've got a little writing project, a little campaign going on that launched Friday last week. Let me pull this up. So you got Bloody Echoes that recently launched. I've got the link for the Kickstarter in the chat. So why don't you give us a rundown of what this is real quick and let people know what they can go back.
So yeah, this is a 48-page black and white horror story. I got to script over Dietrich Smith's pencils and inks. This was originally a comic book that came out 25 years ago. It didn't really catch on. Dietrich regained the rights, so we're retelling the story. He redid the art, so we're telling it all in one shot, one 48-page horror comic. And we're just talking about the true nature of evil and cultures clashing, serial killers. It's a great horror story here, and we have great covers. Legendary Jeff Darrow on a cover. The Jeff Darrow who worked on The Matrix, Big Guy and Rusty, Hard Boiled. That Jeff Darrow.
Yep.
We got Jonathan Glapion on the cover, legendary longtime inker over Greg Capullo on the New 52 Batman. You think he inked every single issue over Greg Capullo. We got Marat Michaels cover he did with Shelby Robertson, which is beautiful in black and white. And we got a beautiful Dietrich Smith cover as well. And we got the glow in the dark cover that Marat did. It's called the big head variant.
Yep. Big head. No, I think this is awesome. You guys launched this on Friday on Wes's channel, Thinking Critical. I ended up not being able to make it. I was at an event for my brother who's running for Justice of the Peace. Listen, whenever I'm told we're going to have a dinner, I'm thinking, okay, we're going to be done by like 8 o'clock at the latest. I didn't get home till like 9:45. I was so pissed off. I was like, what the fuck is this? You're running for a judge. Just chill. I love my brother. I'm excited for him. I think he's going to do well. But I'm super excited. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I like what you were saying, just kind of like the plot and how it's going to just discuss, I guess, the depths of evil, good and evil.
Yeah, evil in different cultures, just it's fun.
I think that's always, for me, it's always kind of a draw. So, heck yes. And then how many more days do we have of this?
I've got another 20 some odd days, so there's plenty of time.
Plenty of time. So, I mean, look, the pledge goal is 3,000. We definitely want to get to 5,000 plus.
That'd be nice.
It'll happen. We'll get it there. But yeah, I think it's going to be another fun romp. And again, something very different that you're doing from other stuff you've done. So that's always a nice little excitement, I guess, to see.
Stretch your muscles.
Yeah. So yes, go back it again. The link for the Kickstarter is pinned in the chat. Go check it out. If you missed the stream that they did on Friday on Wes's channel, go over to Thinking Critical, pull it up, check it out. I know you had, I think Joe Corallo was there. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we had Joe. We had
Indy Andrews.
Yep, and we had Nick Weiser and
right.
Shelby Robertson.
Yeah.
Yep. So Shelby had a lot of great stories.
I always love listening to Shelby's stories.
Yeah. It's just one thing I've learned is if you can find anyone from Extreme Studios, anyone, whether it's Rob, Marat, Dietrich, Terry Sala, Shelby, get next to those guys, they're going to have stories. And one of my best evenings ever, best days was during the Amazing Con in Vegas last summer around my birthday. And getting to stick, I was between Marat, Dietrich, and me and Terry. We just talk about Extreme Studio stories, and I'm just laughing my ass off just at how insane these stories were. And it's like, you can't do this. The stuff can't be done again. Never.
Yeah.
And that's why I was hoping Marat would have popped in, but he couldn't make it. Dietrich couldn't make it, but I'm hoping I'm going to try to get them for a closeout stream. So, yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
Do it. Yeah. Go check it out. Speaking of Shelby, just real quick too, and then we'll get to this week's comics. I will say, I love how understated he is when he tells the stories. He's so nonchalant about it. Like, oh yeah. So, he'll be like, so back when da-da-da-da, and it's just so like even kill, and you're like, bro, you're acting like this is a nothing story and this is epic. So Shelby's a good guy and fantastic inker, by the way. Like,
no, not just fantastic. He's a great penciler. He's a great inker. He's a great colorist. So he's inked some upcoming covers for Unholy Nightmare coming up soon.
Yes,
and I cannot wait for those to come out.
Looking forward to it. All right, we're going to quickly say hello to the chat and see who else here, and then we'll jump up. We are definitely getting to comics. Don't worry. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
It's that iciness that's coming in. So it's tickling your nose a little early.
Yeah.
As always, we do have Cage and Corey in the house with evening. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you. And then he put Dolan, welcome to the Champions Club.
I can't take all the credit, but I'll take part of it. It was a team effort, a real team effort. Just a belief in each other that we can get this done. Even when times were tough, just sticking with it. Sticking with the goal, knowing what it is, working together, and hey, we came away with a big W. That's what matters.
Heck yes. We also have Cajun coming in with 20 months of membership. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Every penny that I make on this goes right back into the channel because heck, I don't even make enough off of this to cover the StreamYard subscription. So, but yeah, they jacked up their prices too, dude. That's why Max was like, nope, and went to the free version. That's why he doesn't have clips or an intro or anything anymore. And I was like, yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. But for the 20 months, let's go with some Thor. Bring me Thanos! Yay!
I love all the little images people are making, like "Will Return" and Avengers Doomsday. Like I just saw one earlier today was Meteor Man will return in Avengers Doomsday. I'm like, yes, Meteor Man. And everyone in the audience is like, what the hell is Meteor Man? All right, yep. You had to be a certain age, a certain time and place to know what Meteor Man was.
Someone did it with something that was just like a pop culture type, like modern day, not even pop culture type reference, but I can't remember what it was now, but I literally laughed out loud when I saw it. I was like, that's great. That is fantastic. We also have Bama Monts coming in with what's up, everybody. Hello. Nice to see you here. Cajun did say he's going to be getting snow and ice. I wish we were getting snow. We're just getting rain for a full 24 hours, then a hard freeze, and then a good 24 hours or so of winter sleet.
Wintry mix.
Yeah, winter mix. Maybe some sleet, might be some snow, but it's mostly going to be sleet and Yeah, they're saying frozen rain, and I'm like, is that not sleet? Like, I don't know, but
Kind of, yeah.
yeah. We do have Kaiser coming in with Sup Nerds. All the toilet paper was gone by Walmart. Bro, same. I've got plenty here, but I was cruising through just looking to see what was and wasn't out.
That's why I invest in dude wipes. They're amazing.
Oh yeah, dude, I completely agree. I've got some. I've got wet ones and dude wipes. So I keep my wet ones in here because of the dogs. But yeah, my dude wipes are clearly in the bathroom. But I'm fine on toilet paper. I was just curious to see what was gone, and it was toilet paper, milk, water, and then a lot of just like the sandwich section and bread was like depleted really bad. So I was like, all right, well, okay. So Bama Mont says they're saying 6 inches where he's at in Tennessee, or where they're at in Tennessee. So that's wild. And then Kaiser said, but what about the Caleb Williams TD to send the game into overtime? Dub Airs.
Oh, yeah, that was a great game. I was talking college football,
Yeah.
Collegiate football history. That's going to go down as a landmark touchdown.
Oh, show. I did not watch the Bears game, but
it was really damn good.
Was it?
It was really damn good. Yeah, that touchdown pass he's talking about. You want to talk about just the announcers just going speechless when it happened? It was that.
Weren't they down quite a bit at one point? Like down like 2 touchdowns or so?
I think that was the Packer. Wait a minute.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, but the Rams game was pretty close all the way through. So,
yeah, I've only got so much time on my hands to watch football. So if I did keep up with NFL, like I would never get anything done at all, and I'm already not the best at getting shit done when I need to. But yes, Bamamont says he's glad Indiana won. Awesome game. Completely agree. We have William in the house with hello, everybody. William was at our comic shop last night with the book club, and we did Bone Orchard's The Passageway, which interesting book. Did you ever have you read that?
I've heard of it, have not read it.
We'll talk later. I think it's one of the lowest scores we've given a book so far. I mean, it's Jeff Lemire and it's Andrea Sorrentino, but it's
fascinating.
It doesn't feel complete, and I think that was the thing that got a lot of people. Salty said, "Back better be good."
This will be a good show.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I was like, "What do you mean back?" Yeah, we're gonna have a good show. We're gonna talk about a lot of books. Well, we're talking about some books. We have Lyrics Lee herself, Leslie in the house. Good evening. Good evening. Nice to see you here. Oh, so Salty put, did you hear about the leftists trying to cancel Declan Shalvey for Gives and Go? I don't know what that is. That was the leftist aligned. I have not heard anything, honestly.
All I know is that there's a certain group of people who are perennially unhappy. They don't have friends. They just have it's not friends. Just acolytes. They just have collaborators, and if you try to appease them, you're appeasing no one. You just don't do it.
Yeah, like so the president of that club is Alex DeCampi, right? Like
I think so, yeah.
And then Kaiser said, "What's with the commies turning on Snyder? Are we talking about Scott Snyder?"
Oh yes, yeah. Did you hear about that?
No, I've missed this as well.
So actually, Wes and our buddy Aaron just did a video about this. There was a group, I guess a special group where like Scott Snyder and a few others, writers hang out, talk to each other. But apparently, in that chat, some of those writers who are coming up, sucking up to the teat of Scott Snyder, were lambasting Absolute Batman about how much it sucks in that group. And they're taking photo shots sitting at the Scott like, hey, these are your guys who are saying they want work, and they're bad mouthing your work.
Well,
these are people who don't have friends. These are people who are just perennially unhappy. Who are just, they're just making power plays to get to where they're at. They don't give a shit who they have to stomp on along the way. They don't believe in friendships.
Nope.
And Don't do
and
it.
we see it time and time again in comics. I'm not surprised. Yeah, look, I have my thoughts on Absolute Batman. So be it. But I'm also not like going to Scott begging him for work. Um, I don't. I don't think I would do that ever. Even if I
No,
worked in the
fuck,
industry, I
fuck
don't
no.
think. Yeah,
No, it's like I am
just
too old. I have
yeah,
too much self-respect.
yeah,
And plus I've got a fucking great job.
yeah.
So I don't have to beg to anyone.
Right. Salty also added that Frito Bandito will return in Avengers Doomsday. Oh man. Gotta get those milk sandwiches. Yeah. I think milk was more. So again, the issue here is the power going out and potentially being out. They're saying it could, in certain areas, be out for up to 2 weeks, and I think that's what's scaring the shit out of people. So in those cases, make a sandwich and
Yeah.
make a bowl of cereal. I guess I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Cut
dude, I
into yeah.
I love my mom to death, like I do, but I mentioned that I was getting all this stuff, and she's like, "Well, what are you gonna do if the power goes out and it is out for a while? You're getting all that cold stuff." I'm like, "Yeah." She's, "Well, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Well, it's gonna be cold outside. So,
Yeah.
worst comes to worst, just coolers, and put them outside." But yeah, that was I love my mother. Um, and then Salty added Declan Shalvey was attacked by the same luge that went after. Oh, yep. So then
Oh,
for sure Alex DeCampi. So
yep. You can't. They're like Arab terrorists. You can't appease.
yeah.
They're friendly, unhappy people. You can't.
Well, and then Alex DeCampi was also the one that went after Scott Snyder when they
Yep.
did that whole like I'm gonna stand with women thing back
Oh
in
no,
what
no,
was it?
no. I thought it was Heather Antos. She called him out. Heather was like, "Hey, why didn't you say anything, Scott?" And Scott's like, "I was on vacation, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Heather. I'm sorry."
So Alex DeCampi was the one that came out and was like, even after that, was kind of pull and go like, "Oh, we're sure say what you want to say, but you're the one that still
Oh,
worked on Superman
yes.
Unchained and never said anything about what's his nuts." So it's like, okay, yeah, she's a miserable human being, and yeah,
That's one
I'm not a
thing. Misery loves company in the comic book
yes,
industry. Is one thing I've learned, and there are just a lot of miserable, miserable people who enjoy nothing more than making other people feel as miserable as they are.
yep. You are not wrong. All right. Well, I think that now that I am caught up on the drama, the comic book industry, we can get to this week's comics. I did mention that I think this is the most Marvel books we've ever covered. And it's honestly most of the books we're covering tonight are Marvel books. So
Yeah,
wild.
and
But
spoiler alert: most of them aren't that good.
no, nope. Um, they can't sell books, so they eat their own. Very much so, yes. They've got to do something to stay relevant.
It's the Mean Girls cafeteria table of the least talented people. Go figure.
Yes, indeed. We also have Zax in the house. What's up, Zax? Hello. Nice to see you here. Guys just said spoil the bad ones. Don't worry, we will. Let's go ahead and kick things off. So we are going to kick things off with Marvel because there's a ton of Marvel. There's also, I think, 3 new Marvel titles that came out.
At least, yeah.
We are going to start with one that's actually good and that I loved, and that is Alien versus Captain America. So let me pull that up real quick. And then if you want to jump in on this real quick while I'm getting it up.
Yeah, so the way the last issue ended, it was kind of a record scratch moment. It's like, wait, we're bringing in the Kree? And it's like, okay. I was not expecting this. But I loved what Frank Thierry did here, introducing the Kree, and not just the Kree, but also including the Skrulls and the Xenomorphs and how they were discovered. And what's great that not many people know, unless you're a big fan of the Alien universe, is that the Xenomorphs, they take on the traits, a portion of the genealogy of that being that they impregnate. So in this case, you got the Xenomorphs impregnating Skrulls. So you got the Xenomorphs with those Skrull talents. It's oh shit. This is good.
I So oftentimes when I'm reading these, my biggest complaint is that I don't feel like the writer goes hard enough. It's like they pull back from like really going there,
Mhm.
and I feel like Frank Thierry's just like going there. Like he's not afraid.
No, and what he it just the minute we see what happens to the Supreme
Yeah,
Cree, it's
that's
like,
yep,
oh shit.
yeah,
And this is what we've been wanting from these
yeah,
crossovers.
yep,
Frank is the first one to really. I mean, people. I mean, I know a lot of people like to give a lot of credit to Jonathan Hickman for what he did, Avengers versus Aliens. I thought it was fine, but
yeah,
I don't. I will say here after reading this, Jonathan Hickman did not go as far as what Frank Thierry's doing here, and I think Frank
agreed.
Thierry is giving me what I wanted from Alien versus Avengers,
Yep,
and he's not afraid to give us a body count. And not just that, he's showing us the destruction that these
yep,
creatures are doing. He's showing this is what I wanted to see. And let's just say things get pretty damn bad in this.
yeah,
They don't get
yeah,
good. Granted, our heroes, they eventually they do make a plan to work together, but Jesus, the shit hits the fan
yeah.
fast in this. And by the time we get to the end of this, I was like, fuck yes, that's what I wanted. Frank, you nailed it. I'm back. You got me. This is it. Just you want stuff I don't expect, don't predict. You go there. This series does it.
Yep.
Yeah, strong recommend for this book. Love it.
Agreed. I don't want to scroll too much further because I do want people to read this, and I don't want to start giving away what happens with the Supreme Intelligence here. I'm with you. Action wise, he's giving me what I want. Suspense wise, he's giving me what I want. He's doing fun, creative things that like this whole thing with the scroll and the xenomorphs. I for me, that's like this is what I want from these types of crossover events. Like I thought this was a fantastic way to kind of make the story its own and feel unique and not feel like a forced crossover. Good action. We have some really nice moments kind of towards the end of the book that like character moments with Cap, Bucky, and Marvel. Just a lot of good work. I will say you get the big plan kind of revealed. I don't how did you enjoy the end?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Everything with the Red Skull and everything. What the big plan
yeah,
is. Yeah,
yeah.
loved it.
So I was like, hell yeah. But I'm loving this book right now. I was so excited while reading it that I was like, oh fuck, this is the first book I read, and I was so glad I read it. Also sad in other ways once we get to some of the other books. Yes.
Yeah, I realize it's just all downhill.
Yeah, yeah. But if you're not reading this or haven't been reading it, it's only 3 issues in at this point. Go pick it up. This is how you do crossovers. Um, yeah, I'm loving every second of it. So, terrific book. And not the only Captain America book that came out this week. So another Captain America came out this week. The mainline Captain America, starting a new arc, and Chip Zdarsky is just, I think, continuing to prove he should not be writing this book.
He should not be writing heroes at all because he's injecting his political beliefs, or more or less, yeah, his beliefs in general into these heroes.
Yeah.
Whereas, because Steve Rogers is not Chip Zdarsky, no matter how much he wants him to be, it's not going to happen. And what we see here in this book, I quit after about, I think, a certain point. We're getting ready to get to it. So this is dealing with the fallout of Doom, the fall of very Doom's fall, and
yeah.
We have Steve Rogers in a bar drinking by himself, which is uncharacteristic of him to do this. And there's people in the conversation in the background talking about Doom, things that they need to do. Just clearly it's things that Chip Zdarsky doesn't agree with. Yep. Thus, Steve Rogers wouldn't agree with it. And Steve Rogers, he's telling them, like, yeah, I support your view, but stop saying it. It's like, Steve, no, you would never do that. Steve would never do that. He would let people speak their mind, whatever. And sure enough, what the hell happens? We hard cut to Steve Rogers in a prison cell in jail for beating up those guys in the bar.
Yep. Boop. Right there.
That is not Steve Rogers. This is where I quit.
Yeah. Even the way he talks to him here, the whole like oh, I just passed it. The get out, like, okay. And then
No, Steve would never say that.
yeah,
Never.
you heard me get out of this. Like he's coming across this. I know it's such a
A
word, but
pompous
he's coming across.
asshole.
Yeah,
A very pompous asshole, like a pompous socialist from Canada.
Yeah.
And that there you go. And because anyone who's read Steve Rogers, who's read Captain America comics for years, they know he would never do that. He would let them speak their mind, even though he may disagree with it. It doesn't matter. He represents America.
Yep.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, he and Superman both get called Boy Scouts for a reason.
Correct.
And this is definitely not the Boy Scout mentality. So
yes, that is not Steve Rogers.
Nope, at all. I also think it's strange that we have Falcon Cap, Captain America in this setting, considering. Anyway, but yeah, I wanted to give it a shot just to see, okay, is it going to be different now that we're getting into a different arc? And I was like, nope, still Zdarsky. Still Zdarsky doing Zdarsky things, and I noped out of that real fast. But thankfully, there was another book that was actually a good book that I'm still loving, and it's Spider-Man and Wolverine. So I think we've both been, well, you've been on this train for sure since day one. I was like, I don't know. And then once this guy here came into the picture, I was like, all right, look, I confess, this is a kick-ass book. What did you think about this week's issue?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So it was really good. It wasn't great because Carrie Andrews didn't do the interiors.
But
it
took me a second to realize that it wasn't him. Yeah,
because I will say this: the interior artist for this one was it Gerard Sandoval? Yeah, Gerardo. Yeah, he does a fantastic job in this, filling in for Carrie. Yeah, he's got some dynamic panel layouts in here, and this is what I'm talking about. And we've got these great new characters that Carrie created. You know that I know we're going to be seeing more of in the future.
Yep.
It was just a fun, bloody, nasty fight between these characters. I loved it.
It was a lot of I agree with you. It was a lot of fun because we got the tease of all these characters last month, so getting to see them here in action was a good time. And we pretty much get it solidified that at least one of these characters we're for sure seeing, in the future. But this feels like such a just like classic superhero action romp comic. And I like that because we get so little of that these days. So it's been fun. It's high energy. It's exciting. This is one of those books that every month when it comes out, I know I'm going to have a good time reading it. So kudos to Kari Andrews and team for what they're doing, because so much of modern comics from the big two are a lot of people standing around talking and eating and whatnot. But Gerardo, I mean, the aesthetic in terms of his actual like design of the characters, you can tell it's not Kari, but he tries his best to give, Kari Andrews vibes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and I think I'm not going to blow smoke up our asses, but I think Carrie watches our videos. I think Carrie knows that a lot of people, they're coming to this comic for the Carrie Andrews show.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, Carrie, if you're watching,
we're not coming for fucking Phil Noto. All right, so yeah.
Oh, poor Phil. He does good covers. It's just people just always look like they're dwarfs. That's the thing that drives me crazy. I feel like if you gave him a graphic novel and told him you have as much time as you need, you would get a really good product. But I don't think you can work on a monthly schedule.
If you let him do like the opening page of a chapter in a novella or whatever, perfect. Yeah. He's perfect for that. You know, but like actual interiors on a comic book, I think that ship has sailed. I think you're
possibly. I don't want to scroll too much further. This book is a lot of fun. Go check it out. If you want high octane, action packed energy that's got like a total 90s vibe to it in some ways, this is it. And then it just, again, we mentioned this before, but the way they're able to create these like amalgam characters and not make them like make you want to roll your eyes. Just something about it worked. So, kudos. We're going to pause for a second before we get into all the X-Men stuff, because I want to see if there's any comments about these books. Let's see. We got the hello. Usual suspects are all here. Kaiser's had a quick cap when Zdarsky was announced. that was probably the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
I just it's we see this trend of these writers that the moment they start picking up steam and momentum, it's just like editors lose their ability to say no, or maybe the editors are all in for it. But I'm gonna assume with some of these people, editors are in the way. That's why they're not doing terrible stuff. Because Zdarsky's Daredevil run, even though you saw like moments of his politics coming in, it wasn't nearly as bad or heavy handed as what we've been getting with both Batman and now Captain America. So, Timu America, pretty much. Don't listen. We're not spoiling Spidey movie. We're not gonna spoil the good book. Don't worry. Zax wants to know if I have my He-Man tickets yet. So we brought this up briefly before going live. I know the trailer came out. I have not had a chance to watch the trailer yet.
But I thought you said you already bought them and they're right under your nameplate that says he, him.
Yeah, he, him. That's the part you told me about. I was like,
as soon as we see him in that office, you see his nameplate and it says he, him. I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
You have lost my interest. You have lost my money. I was going to give you.
Already didn't have the highest hopes for this film. Also, just the actor that they have playing He-Man, I thought was a really interesting choice. Because never mind. He's predominantly known for playing gay shit. Which fine.
Go
not
figure.
Not saying you can't do that. I don't even know if he's gay in real life. I don't think he is, which is
he's in Hollywood, so I'm sure. I'm sure he's done. He went the James Dean route. He had to do a few things.
He's British, so I don't know if he's a Londonite or something. Yeah. So I don't know. For me, it was just a weird choice because every time I see him, he comes across like a delicate individual. So I was like, that's interesting that they picked him for He-Man. I can be proven wrong. Maybe he will prove me wrong. But I'll watch the trailer probably after the stream tonight, and then we'll see what happens. Kaiser said he recommends Carrie's Erratic, AWA's best book.
That was really good. Really, yeah, he wrote and illustrated it. Yeah, it was really damn good.
And then Fiend Machine, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. Asked, is this book ending next issue that covers Scream's final issue? And I think he's referring to Wolverine
number 10. Wolverine. Yeah. I hope not, because Carrie's not doing the interiors on the next issue. It's Gerardo on the next issue. Like, if it's the last issue, how can you end it with Carrie not doing the interiors?
Yeah, that's wild. Okay. Well, maybe there's 12 and we're just
we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. Here, I can actually go here and do this. Where is Spider-Man and Wolverine? I'm on League of Comic Geeks if it'll load. And let's see. Oh, yeah, no, it looks like 10 is the last issue.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well, look, Gerardo did a good job. I wish Carrie was ending, but look, it's been a fun ride. I'm still gonna go in with excitement. So, yeah. Zax is saying he couldn't look more gay. Great. Oh shit. And then he also added a lot of the trailer is tongue in cheek, like the he-him thing. He-Man looks smaller with his shirt off. Interesting. He's CrossFit man.
Yeah, it's like I'm not coming to the He-Man movie for the tongue in cheek jokes.
No,
there's been enough of those.
Yep.
God knows the last 25 years. It's like,
and that's what I was about to say. It's like, a lot of stuff is slowly kind of moving away from that. Like we're getting back to, I feel like, normal with some media, but it's like this movie is like, what? You want more of that? Okay. And it's like, no, we said we don't want more of that.
Well, it sounds like we're going to be getting a lot of that with the Brave and the Bold film with the writer from Harley Quinn and the Fabtabulous Emancipation of the Batshit Insane Crazy.
They got the same writer for that to do.
She's directing it, yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if she's writing it. I don't know if she's directing it, but she's writing it. Yeah. Yay!
Well, okay.
I've lost faith.
Yep. I'm not excited. Well, thanks for ruining my night, Drew. Salty said He-Man was written and shot because of Barbie. What the fuck do you think we're Oh god, I didn't realize they were doing it because of the success of Barbie. Like that just doesn't make sense. I mean, look, I know the He-Man toys were a big deal when you go to the '80s, but
They were. That can't be. You just. That's an
no,
understatement. It was.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like I know
massive.
that was like the thing,
Yeah.
but you know, they haven't had a presence. They haven't maintained a presence in toys overall.
No. No.
Barbie
Yeah,
has survived the test of time, but it was there before the '80s. It's still there today. Yeah. And then Fiend Machine said Common James Gunn DCUL. It's a loss. Yeah. All right, let's get back to our comic talk. And we had a lot of, well, not a lot of new X-Men number ones. We had 3 new number ones coming in from the X line, as well as some other X books. It was an X heavy week for sure. But I do want to start off talking about the number ones that did come out because, yeah, well, I have things to say.
Yeah.
So
as I do as well. So, okay, I gotta start. Like I said,
yep.
I see you that GIF of Al Pacino from Son of a Woman. I'm just getting warmed up. I was trying to find the one where it says like, if I were half the man I am today, I would take a flamethrower to this place. That's where I stand with the X titles right now. Take a flamethrower to this place. So first off, this cover, that gun is too small for Cable.
I agree. And it's clearly, really messy with the fire and boom booms. Yeah.
Yeah. Draken, whatever the fuck. He does not belong. Helverine. He does not belong in the team.
No.
And Cable looks too small in general. Small arms, small gun. I'm like, okay, you did not get the homework assignment. You do not know who Cable is. Gotcha. So fuck up number 1 right there. But after that, it starts off interesting.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I was liking it at first.
Yeah, I'm in. Okay, we got Cable time traveling back, trying to prevent an assassination. It's like, okay, great, we're trying to prevent it. All right, cool. He looks like Cable. He looks like Cable from the movie.
Yep.
All right, I can dig, and he goes to the Adirondack Mountains, and the old X-Force space from the Rob Liefeld days, and it's like, okay. Great. He's getting caught up on where things are, the situation. We see the old team. Which after reading this issue, I'm kind of longing for that team. I wish we could have gotten them. Jesus.
I've got my omnibus right over here.
Yep. Nice. And I'm also surprised by this issue too, because I'm like, oh my God, Tim Seeley has actually reined himself in.
Yeah.
Because if you know Tim, like he just has purple level of prose in a panel just covering the panels. I'm like, dude, stop. Yeah. King Shark one shot does not deserve this many dialogue caption bubbles. All right. No. And it's mostly reined in here. I'm like, okay, I can dig. We see what Cable's mission is, who he's got to find. And
I all of this up to I'm still on board with all of this.
100%. And we see that we're led to believe this is a team he needs to get together. And like, all right, cool, great.
Yep.
And this is where I'm kind of veering off right here. I'm not veering off. I'm just like, Archangel, I'm sorry, but your board of directors is right. You are wrong. Yeah. they are in the right.
So we had to reference the dismal X
Corp. Remember X Corp? Yeah, when they were holding nations hostage and forcing them to buy medicines from Krakoa.
Well, it was X Corp and the previous X Factor that had the funniest man in comics writing
Mark Russell.
Yeah, social media darlings and all that jazz. Like, okay, so we're acknowledging all this. The moment he comes into the room, I was like, all right, I'm kind of getting back on board again. Cool, great. Let's see. I didn't mind this exchange. Even when you go
and real quick, I just want to make sure I'm clear on something here with Archangel. So he has like a Hulk thing now where he gets pissed off and he turns into Archangel.
So that's what I didn't know, and I just assumed that because I haven't been keeping up with X-Men, that's something that came about at some point. But I was like, oh, okay, I guess, sure, why not?
Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. Sure,
yeah. And then look, I enjoyed the Helverine kind of book and stuff, but this still feels like an out of place character. But I was like, I wasn't gonna diss the book because of that. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Like, you gotta
Honestly, I wish they'd gotten Warpath. Wish they'd gotten.
Agreed.
Yeah, should have been. We should have seen him with his vibranium blades, messing these dudes up, chopping off limbs. But okay, I guess Wolverine's dipshit son. Sure, why not?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why not? I guess. So I was like, I'll allow it. And then we get into was it Boom Boom next? Yeah. So even still, I'm like, all right, fine. It's starting to feel like, paint by numbers of the introductions and stuff.
Yeah, getting the band back together, kind of.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like,
so I was getting a little tired, but it wasn't until like 2 pages after this that I was like,
yeah, and it's like when we get this dialogue, it's like, is it just me, or like it doesn't feel right seeing Boom Boom hit on someone else who isn't Cannonball.
Yeah, fair.
That's just me.
Look, yeah, no, I agree with you there. But I wasn't to like, I literally said, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and then we get to the. It's like we're talking. So we get to this mission. Before we see her.
Yeah.
It's like when they start talking about the bad guys they're targeting. I'm just like,
yeah,
who?
Yeah,
these are your big threats. What the fuck? And I instantly go back to
the radicals, or what do they call them? Yeah, I don't know. But
I instantly go back to the old Uncanny X-Men issue. It's a double pager. You see Cable with Storm and Cyclops. You're looking at all the big name villains across the globe who they got to take out, and it's like legit threats, And you read these names. It's like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah,
and it's like the opening of Major League. It's like, I never heard of these fucking guys. Who are they? But apparently, it's supposed to be a big deal. But according to us who know X-Men comics, no, they're not.
Yeah. I will say the moment I saw Jersey City, I went, oh God, please don't. Please don't. I was like, we're not going to, are we? And then, of course, we do. And I'm like, you've got this dialogue box where there's only one superhero in Jersey City. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck my life.
Yeah. And I'm squeezing the paper. I'm just like, God damn it. And I'm just like, okay, surely it has to get better. Surely.
And, well, yeah, no, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it just gets worse. Because I was like, I got to this point, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try to give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe Tim Seeley's done okay so far. Let me give him some credit. Maybe it's not going to be that bad. I didn't really care for the Nemesis thing, but I was like, it goes in line with kind of the movie version. And then we get to this line here that says, Callie, I regret to inform you all, Miss Marvel has the bomb. She's way better at this than we expected. I was like, God fucking damn it. Why? Why is every time Kamala Khan shows up, everyone's got to be like, she's the best, or she's way better, or I'm like, it's okay to just let her be a hero trying to learn. She doesn't have to be the bestest ever.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten to the best part yet. This is we get here. It's like, I'm chuckling. I'm chuckling just how ludicrous it is.
Poops.
But it gets better. It's like we're just getting warmed up.
When she decides to like tell off Cable.
Yeah, because because she's Kamala Khan. She's the bestest ever.
Yeah. So it's coming up here in a second. Hold on, let me get there. But she I don't have time for pleasantries. She's like, I guess that's why that didn't sound like an offer at all. I may be the new kid on the X block, but I know what X-Force is. I know who you are, Cable. And then she talks about the whole gruff grandpa thing, and then she's like got a reputation to keep. And I'm like, I went from being completely on board with this book to like, I just want to burn it.
If Tim Seeley were a smart man, if he were, he's clearly not. He would have this conversation would have been in the background. It would, in the foreground, we would have seen Boom Boom and the few others talking to each other. They're like looking down, grabbing, pinching their noses, like, oh Jesus God, really? And just they're annoyed by it. They're annoyed by the grandstanding. But no, Tim's not that smart to do that.
Nope. And it just gets worse because we spent this whole issue knowing that Cable's mission is he has to save the president. And you're like, okay, cool. The president from his time. I got it. Gotcha. Great. Whatever. And then you kind of forget about it because it all gets so bad here. until Kamala's throwing her tantrum, and he goes, "President Kamala Khan," and she goes, "What? Yeah, what?" And I was like, "Nope."
This is where I busted out laughing so loud as soon as we got to this damn page. I could not fucking believe it.
Yeah.
The future is fucked because Kamala Khan is assassinated. Thus, Tim Seeley is making her the most important person in X-Men Future.
Look, here's the dialogue. In the future, you'll be the first mutant president of the United States. You'll be the one thing holding back a war between our people and humanity. In the here and now, you need training, but more importantly, you need protection.
This is so this is the prime example telling us that they have not done a good job selling us on Kamala Khan.
No.
Despite everything they have done to make her a central figure to everything, it's all failed. Thus, they are forcing her now. Saying, like, the future is fucked if she's assassinated. It's like, wow, you guys are not giving up at all in this character, this fucking character. This is insane. Can you imagine if they went this far with like Speedball in the 90s?
I can't. So here's the thing. Kamala Khan in a lot of ways could have worked. Genuinely could have worked. Had they gone the Spider-Man route and been like, hey, we're going to get this character. She's going to be really rough around the edges, but she's just going to always kind of have this attitude of like, I don't care. I'm here to help, and I'm going to stand behind what's right. And had we spent the past, how long has she been around? 10 to 15 years now? Had we had 10 plus years of that, we could do other things with her. But she came out, the first arc was pretty much what it needed to be. And then ever since then, it's just, she's the bestest ever. Let me tell you how great you are. Oh, we're going to be great because you're like, it's just been so nauseatingly forced. And that's why people are like raging against her, you know, like they're trying so hard to make her something she has not earned. And that's the shitty part of it. But yeah, I went from on board with this book to I can't even right now. I'm so pissed off that I'm just
I can't even. It's just it just means I can't even.
Because it's now going to, it's not going to be an X Factor book. It's going to be the Kamala Khan book.
Yeah.
So, and then we have like the Dark Archangel. Like I wanted intense shit, and I know we're not going to get it.
And I was hoping for some kick-ass fight scenes and all that, but nope, didn't get any of that.
No, we're gonna get her in Beginning. That's what we're gonna get in the future.
You're gonna see her doing her fisting, and
Oh, fisting. Yeah. Speaking of He-Man. Anyways, let's move on to the next X book that was the another debut, and I've got Psylocke Ninja. And I didn't.
This is where we get worse Tim Seeley in this, and I'm sorry, this is where I got even more pissed because this is a story being told. This is another one of those in between stories like he did with Savage Land Rogue, which sucked ass. Yep. This is when Betsy Braddock and the other X-Men, they go through the Siege Perilous, go through these different lives, you know, and go off the grid, and she becomes a ninja. And what we are given here from Tim Seeley is boring as shit. Yep. This is paint drying boring.
Agreed.
And on top of that, this art is fucking an eyesore because when you think back and look back, I'll pull up the Essential Collection right now. Who was the artist during this time when she was a ninja? Jim fucking Lee.
Yep.
Penciling and inking himself. It was fucking beautiful. And you mean to tell me you're going to sneak this dipshit artist in and compare it to the Jim Lee art? Fuck no. It's terrible. The story is terrible. Great. The dialogue is terrible.
Yes. We get so many pages not focusing on her, and so it's like the problem that we have when oh crap, what's his name? Did World War Hulk?
Oddly.
No. The writer.
Oh, Donny Cates.
No, World War Hulk.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking. Yeah, the other. Is it Greg Pak?
Yes. We're getting the Greg Pack of like, let's show as much of like Asian culture as we can. We start getting that, and less focus on the story itself. And I was just like, I don't want this. But the moment I saw the hand in bold, I was like, fuck, I know where we're going with this. I know who the central figure, protagonist, potential ally, whatever it's going to be, is going to be.
Yeah,
And of course,
I know who they're introducing, and unfortunately, they do a shitty job of making him look like a threat.
Yep. So you get the hand, you end up getting the chase. They're both handled terribly. Again, this comic does not look good. It looks like an amateur.
And I want to say this again. When these characters were introduced, when this arc was being introduced with Betsy, Jim Lee was the artist.
Yeah.
And it was, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be right back, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm going big. I'll be right back.
Go get it.
Yeah. I'm getting it. I'm bringing it.
Yep. So you get some pages here where I was like, this is more of what I wanted coming up, because you've got her and she's basically getting in her ninja form, infiltrating this compound. This is what I want to see from this book. I do wish it had a better artist, but like tonally, if you're going to give me a Psylocke ninja book, this is what I want. And this was probably part of the, I guess I don't even want to say best part, because we spend so much time on her breathing here. You literally get a splash page of breathe in, breathe out. Here we go. In, out, in, out, in. She's having a baby.
You know what? It's like, Tim, you don't have to put dialogue captions on every single panel, buddy.
Yeah. But this just feels so cliche to me, I guess is the best way to put it. And the obvious thing that I knew was coming is what the last page is, and it is Elektra. Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
No, I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, look at this. This is I got the double XL Jim Lee. This sucker's massive. Boop. Giggity. This is worth it if you can find it. But yeah, it's got all the Jim Lee pages in here from all his issues he did the pencils and inks for.
Yeah,
these are
just
beautiful.
Looks so dramatic.
Yes,
and
I'm gonna see if we can find some cooler pages in here. He did during this. These are during those Madripoor days. That look how fucking good Betsy looks.
Yep. Look, she got popular for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. So,
so did Savage Land Rogue. Go figure.
Yeah, I mean, shocking. No, I did not like this. It was less of a whiplash because I was kind of going through being like, yep, nope, this one isn't firing for me at all. Whereas X Factor, I was like, I'm on board, and then I was like, nope, no, I'm not. And then, believe it or not, out of the 3 new issues, this wasn't the worst one. Mm-hmm. We still have Rogue. So Shadows of Tomorrow, Rogue. It's written by Schultz. I don't know what Schultz this is.
Erica Schultz, the legendary Erica Schultz.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
She's a long time. I think she did Squirrel Girl.
Oh fuck. Okay, gotcha.
Hence why we have a giant hamster gerbil squirrel that Rogue is fighting. Isn't that cutesy wootsy?
So she's fighting. They call it a possum, but this is. The mouth kind of looks like a possum. I guess
the nose, that snout,
possum.
Yeah.
But So this is definitely the You Go Girl book, and I think I made it 3 or 4 pages in because Rogue is the only one doing anything.
Gambit. It's like what the fuck, yeah. Gambit.
Gambit's when Gambit had cheerleader.
Remember when Gambit had balls? You know. Yep. Just I'm just gonna find a kick-ass Gambit page in here when he had balls.
Find it,
give me a minute.
And then let me know when you got it because I can't see you. But the dialogue is so bad. So you got the quit standing around like you've never seen a giant mutant possum before. Gambit, we're on the clock, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be rough. And the moment I noped out was here, where she flies down to Death Dream and says, Death Dream, instead of just floating around and avoiding getting hit, grab Ransom and use them souls of yours to clear out civilians. And what did they write for Death Dream? I'm sorry, Rogue. I was thinking about pretzels. They're soft and salty. And then she has to respond with, and you ain't never going to have another one unless you get moving. This is in an action scene in a comic.
Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
Drew, would you ever write an action scene with a character that is completely avoiding a giant threat and to think about pretzels? Like, if you've got something giant destroying everything around you, are you going to be thinking about pretzels?
No. If I wrote that, I'd have to kick my own ass.
Yep, I would kick your ass for you too.
So, oh, damn it.
Yeah, bless me. Sorry. Did you knock everything over? We're winning tonight. You got excited.
Sorry, this book is just that damn big.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, snap. So, yeah, here's some massive pages of Gambit kicking ass.
I mean, first off, Gladiator. But yes, Gambit as well. But Gladiator.
Gambit rocking the blue and gold, kicking ass.
That stuff just looks so dynamic and so good. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I would have loved if when Marvel was the MCU Marvel was in its like heyday, I would have loved if we would have gotten a really good Gambit. Well, I mean, I know they didn't have the rights to X-Men, but a really good Gambit, but also a freaking good Gladiator would have been bomb.com. Yeah, this book is not good. I skimmed it.
I didn't even get this far. I was done.
So they take care of the giant possum thing, and then Rogue keeps having these dreams that are kind of like not dreams, but nightmares of people getting killed, and it's very clearly Sabretooth that's killing them. So she decides she essentially needs to go talk to Mystique because it's all connected to her past when she was part of the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
So you eventually get to that point, and when she goes to visit Mystique, it's shocking. So yeah, these are part of the dreams that she's having. But she goes to visit Mystique, and when she does, she's shocked because Mystique is suddenly really old and dying. But it just took so much to get to this point that I was like, wow, this is terrible. So we're getting here. You got Destiny, of course.
Yes. You got Density. Yep.
Yeah. And their butt baby, Nightcrawler. But yeah, here's an old Mystique. Yeah, and Rogue's like, Mama? And then, of course, the dialogue is, "Hello, Rogue. Don't worry. It's worse than it looks." Yeah, pretty much. So, and then she pulls, "If only Magneto could see me now." I'm like, this is way too much. We're trying way too hard. Yeah, I don't know. But Rogue's getting to where she can touch people now, even without skin-to-skin contact, and she's getting visions. But it's clearly something wonky's going on. I just don't give a crap because it was not written well. But next issue, A Bloody Past. Okay, cool. I guess. We're going to do 3 more X books, and then we'll go to the chat real quick. I did not read this next issue. I didn't get a chance to, but I also read the title and then saw what it was, and I put it at the very bottom of my pile. I was like, nope. But we have X-Men number 24, which if you thought Age of Revelation was done, you were wrong because it's another.
Please tell me you said AIDS of Revelation.
I think I was just congested, but I said age.
Oh, okay. I think AIDS of Revelation.
Well, that fits as well. If the shoe fits,
the
Age of Revelation, it's another epilogue. I saw that, and even looking at the cover and realizing, oh no, that's Cassandra Nova. I was like, I'm good.
And not just that. So if you thought you were confused, just wait. It gets even more fucking confusing. So we follow the evil group, the 3K. Their chairman is missing. We're all wondering, okay, who the fuck are the 3K? Who the fuck is the chairman?
Yeah.
And is it Frank Sinatra? I don't know, because he was the chairman at one point. And we got Joseph, Magneto's twin clone kid dressed up as Magneto, saying, I'm Magneto. No, you're not You're not Magneto. You're not Master of Magnet. You got Cassandra power playing. You got dipshit characters lifting weights. Who gives a fuck? It's like, you guys are lame. Who cares? And you get even more lame,
Oh yeah.
even more lame characters. It's like, I don't give a fuck about any of you.
Yep.
And
oh, I remember this guy, Orange Juice dude. He popped up somewhere else, but
yeah, Sunkissed dude. Yeah, Sunkissed.
Yeah.
And you got banged up Joker looking around, looking tough, and you got more power plays and blah blah blah. Joseph power play, and he's like, no, stop! Ah, you took my helmet! Oh no! And take him out. But then the chairman shows up, and like I said, no, it's not Frank Sinatra. It is the Beast, Hank McCoy. The Beast is back. The chairman. And this is where the plot gets fucking confusing. So hopefully you were paying attention, class. He had inhabited a synthetic body because I wanted to leave behind the messy distractions of organic existence.
Oh, God.
As a being of pure of logic and intellect. And it's just him narrating my future self. Okay, here's where it gets very confusing. My future self, the Dr. Henry McCoy of 10 years from now, swapped his consciousness with mine. I found myself in the future while he was in this time. However, there was a mistake made. He was not my future self, but rather that of my counterpart, the Beast, who currently serves on the X-Men in Alaska. It's like, Jesus Christ.
What? Yeah.
Thanks, nope. Jed, for clearing that up, buddy. Appreciate that. You made that as clear as mud. So
clear as mud.
Yeah. And you get he's talking about the future and talking about the engineered X virus and how it caused all these problems, and we ruled, we were cool, we're badasses, blah 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 blah. Future was awesome. And we had nothing more. We were just scapegoats. Just fucking monologuing this whole way through. Jesus.
Yep.
And all this comic is just fucking dialogue. And then you got Hank McCoy saying, let's kill Schwarzschild, kill the guy. And they just all just start punching him, just pummeling him. It's like, that's how you're gonna kill the guy? You're not gonna do anything vicious or cruel, you're just gonna beat him up like an Italian mob? Just Steve, go kick his ass. It's like, okay, but that's how you're gonna kill him. It's like, how can you not laugh?
Right here. Yeah. This looks comical. Yeah.
How can you not be laughing at that? How can you not? That is hilarious.
Teach you to take my lunch money, bitch.
Yeah. It's like, really, you couldn't do anything clever about that? You couldn't do anything cool, vicious, horrific? Just gonna pummel them like a schoolyard crew? It's like, okay, sure. And so
I'm also trying to figure out how this makes sense it doesn't make sense to me. Like Beast role in this doesn't make sense to me.
So he's saying that he has the X virus. He knows how to create the X virus that existed in the future, because that's always a great idea.
Yep.
And so he's back as the chairman of the X, and the end.
Yeah. Nope. I'm good. I'm glad I didn't read that now. So
that is, that's about half an hour of my life I'll never get back.
No,
actually, considering both times I read this to make sure I understood it, that's an hour of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah, I'm about to go count how many pages. It's essentially him monologuing. So, let's see. He appears, so 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Essentially 8 pages of him monologuing before he says kill Schwarzschild. Oh God, that's rough. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't read that, but I did go read a gay book to see if it got any better. So I picked through Wiccan Witch's Road, and no, hey, it gets worse. So if you remember, Agatha shows up at the end of the last issue, and you're like, "Oh God, I wonder where this is gonna go." And then you just jump. I felt like I'd missed stuff. You just jump right in, and weird shit's going on. The art looks awful here, but it's Agatha doing shenanigans with Wiccan. And look at this. It like how we got from point A to point B. Don't know. Don't ask me. But this looks terrible. I got to this point and I was like, yeah, no. There's a reason I thought the first book sucked, and I stopped reading. So yeah, if you're reading this, I'll pray for you. So, final X books, X-Men of Apocalypse. Now, the very first issue we read of this, we really liked. But it was like a precursor issue, I guess. And then you had issue 1, which we thought was okay. I didn't get to this one yet. What did you think of this issue, Drew?
This was fun. This was the one good X-Men comic, So we have the X-Men of Age of Apocalypse fighting the Golden Age X-Men. So this issue opens. This is when issue 1, when Jean Grey shows up to the X-Mansion. So you have the X-Men taking them on, and brings up fun little Easter egg moments from that first issue, like Angel flying through that centrifuge thing.
Oh yeah,
to test himself, and they get activate the danger room. It's fun. This was just a fun X-Men issue. This is what I wanted, and I enjoyed it.
Nice. This is something I do plan on reading. Just time of the comic book club last night. I didn't get a chance to get to this. Do they call Cyclops Slim?
I don't believe so. No.
Ooh, no, I'm kidding. I don't care either way. I just remember when I read those first X-Men issues where Jean does show up and everyone's calling him Slim. I was like, huh, interesting. Yeah, this has been a decent book from what I've read so far. Glad this issue stays there. It's fun. I will say it's not like groundbreaking, but I have a good time reading it. So if you're looking for something that gives you the X-Men vibes that you're missing from the main X-Men line, this is potentially
time travel done right,
Yeah.
And you're not continuing a depressing fucking story. Yeah, this is great.
And even though I'm not the biggest fan of Simone DeMayo's, is it DeMayo?
Simone DeMayo. Yeah, he was meant to draw X-Men. Batman,
he works for this book for me, so not bad there. Let's see what people are saying about the X books, because I saw some interesting comments. Let's see. Hold, please. Whoa, they talked about doing a crossover with He-Man, and please don't. Please, for the love of God, do not. And the guys are putting sacks, so it's not for us. Noted. Yeah, definitely not for us. Fiend Machine said, you guys got baited by Tim Seeley. Look, I will say Tim Seeley has some stuff that's not awful. I've read some of his stuff that I didn't mind, but it's also been a little while. But I was reading this, especially the X Factor, just for the sake of covering it, and then I found myself shocked. I was enjoying it as much as I was at the beginning, and then it turned very, very quickly. I don't know what's going on, but Kaiser put guys prime Mariah Carey or current Sydney Sweeney. Yes, I have a type.
That is very difficult, because Mariah Carey, like circa 2000, 2001,
even before then.
Even before then, she looked great. But yeah, just her Sydney Sweeney, like right now, it's like, man, that's quite Sophie's choice right there. Damn.
Yeah. Tim Seeley is a hack. Agreed. What the fuck is that dialogue? This is hacks, but this sounds amazing. Of course. Raging Against Her. Who remembers her? I love it. We also have Salty coming in as a new member. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Real quick, for that, we will give you. Let's go with Spike.
What are you doing here? 5 words or less.
Out for a walk, bitch.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be at MegaCon this year. Yeah,
He was at. I think he was at Dallas. Yeah, he was at Dallas because Sully went and got a photo with him. He's looking very thin, by the way. Like he was already thin, and he's looking thinner. So I'm like, bro, go eat something. Theme Machine said this book should have been another Claremont retro miniseries. I don't know which one we were talking about.
He's talking about the Psylocke.
Oh, gotcha. And then Kaja said, remember when Gambit didn't look gay? Yeah. That's what we saw with the Jim Lee art. You know, when Gambit didn't look gay. And then Salty as well. I miss non-tweak Gambit. This is all these women writing this stuff, right? And I'm not saying women can't be good writers, but my God, like just across the board, film, TV, comics, they're ruining a lot of our stuff. Soft and salty like Captain Marvel's. Oh, okay. I'm gonna skip the rest of that. Gambit was Chad. What happened? Well, right now, Gail Simone and
Eric Schultz.
I mean, Gail Simone was the one that had everyone wearing booty shorts for like the longest time in Louisiana because it's hot and humid there. And I was like, please stop. Let's see. Cage and Corey put, I don't know why people think I'll be a good choice to voice. You know, Corey, I don't. Maybe it's the Cajun, you know, but I get more of like the water boy, you know, athletic coach with you. Hey man, you know, I'm gonna get a man. I still think the funniest thing was the first time I met Cajun was one year in Dallas and Max was there, and then we're all talking and Cajun was like, all right, I'm gonna go do this. We're like, oh yeah, nice to see you, man. Have a good day. And then as he walked away, Max is like, I don't want to be mean, but I can't ever understand a word he says. And I was like, and I went, you can't? Like, I can. He goes, no, you can't. I was like, no, I can. And he goes, really? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, how? And I was like, dude, my dad's from Metairie, Louisiana. Like, I'm used to hearing that. So, yeah, I love it. Fiend put 3 Ks. What were the 3? Oh, that was the cheesy-ass villains in X Factor. Sheesh. Yep. Yes, Cajun has a very thick accent. So, I love it. We got this beast BS makes my brain hurt and my balls. I'm so glad I did not read that. Guys are put so nuanced, indeed.
And poignant.
And then he put, "Why is Beast a Wookiee femboy on Bespin?" Legit question. For whatever reason, when they started Age of Revelation, they just gave him longer hair and made him white. Like,
according to this, it was it's something to do with the synthetic body, leaving behind messy distractions, and dismissing organic life. 10 years. Who gives? It's all gobbledygook bullshit.
Yeah.
Trying to write back in Evil Beast. That's all they're trying to do. It's all this is used to write back in Evil Beast.
Yeah, pretty much. Salty coming in with Spike is the best. Heck yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was more of an Angel guy, but it's okay. I love Spike as well. Spike is my spirit animal. I wish I could be more like Spike. And then Cajun put, speaking of MegaCon Drew, will you have any copies of Unholy Nightmare you're gonna sell? I want to get another copy of 1 and 2 and get an autograph.
We got plans and schemes.
Plans and schemes. We're planning and we're scheming.
Yep.
All right, we're at 40 minutes past the hour, so I do want to go through and finish out the night. We're gonna get back in with a DC book, and it is the only DC book that I read this week. I'm just gonna say I'm curious to see what you thought about this, Drew, but it's Green Lantern Galactic Slam.
Okay, so one.
Wait, time out. Did you know anything about the plot before getting into this?
I did not, but as soon as I saw the character on the cover, I'm like, oh, hey, that's him from the Flash run that Jeremy did.
Yeah.
I know this character. Great, he's back. But the other factor that made that character fun and cool was that you had Fernando Pescarin or whatever his name is, doing the art, and it was fucking beautiful and immaculate. The artist, is okay. It's not great. He's okay.
Torme. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do enjoy this character that Jeremy introduced in his Flash run. He's a very fun character.
Yeah.
But was it just me, or did it feel like this issue ran a little too long?
It did. I mean, it was an oversized issue, but it felt like it.
This should not have been an oversized issue.
No.
But on top of that, it's like most of the fighting with the cool wrestling was here at the beginning of the comic. And it was a lot of dialogue.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I'm kind of looking, I'm like, how much more of this we got? Jesus. And
so just real quick plot wise, you kick off the story. You've got Kyle Rayner and Superboy, like the original Superboy, and some others. They're fighting off the parademons to keep them from getting to the DCKO event. And then Kyle goes White Lantern, like it does a huge burst of energy to stop almost all the parademons. But then one slips through, tackles them, and opens a boom tube, and they wind up on this planet where you have these wrestling hero characters. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, he enters the wrestling galaxy, and the whole wrestling channel, and we get introduced to the character again from Jeremy Adams' Flash run, and he's like it's his Lobo, if you will.
Yeah,
and I dig it. I love this guy. He's fun.
So the character's name is Omega Bam Man, but
yes.
He's a total like 90s over the top wrestling.
Yeah, he's like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, like he's got that whole thing going on. And look, you're either gonna love this issue or you're gonna hate it. And
yeah, I was gonna say, if you did not read the Flash and introduced this character, you're gonna be like, what the hell is going on?
Fair. But I feel like if you're a wrestling fan, there's stuff for you to enjoy here. It's just a fun, cheeky issue, honestly. But I guess I wasn't paying attention when I looked at the cover and I started reading it, and I was like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. So yeah, but it's got that same type. A lot of the dialogue has that kind of like 90s wrestling, we're cutting a promo vibe, which he does. Jeremy writes perfectly. But I was just so caught off guard with this. And I was like, I don't know what I was thinking or expecting, but this is wild. So, yeah, it was really interesting. And I also wonder if it was like Jeremy's idea to say like, hey, like I had a character like this in my Flash run, and we keep doing all these wrestling homages with DCKO. Like, what if we brought him back?
Why is he not a major character in the fight in DCKO? Why couldn't he been like the one curveball in the whole DCKO event?
Well, keep in mind we still have curveballs coming because we still have freaking like Vampirella and Sub-Zero and
Homelander.
Homelander, the bear from beneath the trees where nobody sees, and then
because nothing matters.
Yeah, and then wasn't Jigsaw there? Like
probably.
I legitimately think Jigsaw was one of them. But
and I think the henchman from Last Action Hero was there too.
Oh,
and
God.
Yeah.
So no, this is just a fun romp, and that's the best way I can describe it. But if you don't like wrestling or can't take this tongue-in-cheekiness with it, then you're not gonna like this issue.
Yeah, and like I said, after this point, it's a lot of dialogue, and it really introduces this character's backstory, and so it's just buckle up because it's. I hate to say it's not fun, but it really is. It felt like a lot of work.
It did feel like a lot of work. I will agree with you there. And then you do eventually get back to some of the action. Like you get Kyle in a wrestling uniform, and I can't remember what they called him. But
yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you eventually get back to like standard. I mean, you can see there's a lot going on here.
It's his backstory. And like, I really wish we never got his backstory. I think that would have been cool if we never got it.
Agreed. Or just a much briefer version. Yeah, here we go. What does he call him? Oh shit! This is his costume, which I was like, great.
This is Rey Mysterio Jr. Yeah,
pretty much. Oh, Compadre Verde. Compadre Verde. Yeah. So look, crazy issue. Again, if you don't like that kind of like 90s wrestling tone that's so over the top and just absurd, you're not going to like this. If you do like that stuff, you'll enjoy it for what it is. But it does get a little sluggish in the middle before wrapping up. But it's not just like oh, okay, well, this was a waste of time. Like, it looks like it's going to play a role moving forward. So hey, why not? Let's move on to our indies. So we got Redcoat this week, and then let me get this pulled up, and I'll let you kick things off.
Inarguably, my pick of the week. I thoroughly love this issue, and what's great about this issue, this is a very Tarantino-esque issue. And now, when I say that, I mean in the sense of the building tension, where you have two characters talking to each other, and you're just waiting to see what happens next.
Yep.
And because you're just like, who's going to make the first move? But before you know it, it ends on a surprise. But we get reintroduced to Albert Einstein, his past, him with Redcoat. But on top of that, the big part of this is Benedict Arnold and Simon. We discovered Benedict Arnold. He got out. He escaped from his prison. And it's just him and Simon just talking to each other. Yeah. And it's great dialogue. And you're just waiting to see what happens next. Because these two, things didn't go down well between these two last time. So you're just waiting to see what happens next. And when you get to the end, it's like, oh, fascinating. Go on. But I had an absolute blast reading this.
Yeah, I keep saying that this has kind of become my favorite. Or it has become my favorite Ghost Machine book, and it's just how broad I think it is with the storytelling it's able to do. But it's a situation of like I got used to the character Simon Pure, and I really kind of got in his vibe and his rhythm, and I was like, all right, I really like this character. And I was having fun. I was having fun exploring the Americana stuff. And I think it was like issue 7, I believe, that's when you had the first like emotional gut punch issue. And I was like, oh, I feel invested in this character now. Mm. And then you keep going on with fun stuff. You do interesting stuff with like the Northerner. So the storytelling aspects just are endless, and it keeps growing. But we're also to a point now where we've told enough of this story with Redcoat or Simon Pure in this universe that we're now starting to actually like build upon itself. And I'm like, I'm invested. I think this book is just firing on all cylinders. This is the book that when it comes out is usually like it's at the top of my list to read. But yeah, having been in Arnold come back, especially after how things ended, it was just, and we kind of knew this was coming when we first saw Albert Einstein come back. And I've just been like waiting to get back to this moment. But if you're not reading Redcoat, you are severely missing out. Please go pick this book up.
If you love that alternate history, if you love characters from Tall Tales, if you love characters like Johnny Appleseed, Annie Oakley, stuff like that, you're gonna get that here. And like I said, I'm waiting with bated breath to see Paul Bunyan and Babe. I'm waiting to see Pecos Bill. I'm waiting to see John Henry. It's only a matter of time before we get them. I know we will.
Agreed. Yeah.
But so far what we've gotten, it's been fantastic.
Agreed. I don't want to scroll too far because go read this book. What's wrong with you? Go read it. Let's go on to 2000 AD, and this has been the Judge Dredd story. So we've had roughly 8-page stories within these issues here, but it's going to be combined to tell a larger story. And we've been having these robot or android judges operating, and it hasn't been working out too well, or has it? So what happens in this chapter, Drew?
So we pick up after the last issue. We got Judge Dredd, officer down. Judge Dredd, he went up to a vehicle that was planted with a bomb. It was meant to draw him out, and there he is. He's got to go to the hospital, and see there's a badge. They took down Dredd. So so naturally they have Dredd at the hospital. He's recovering, and we don't see his face.
Yep.
They're sticking true to that. And the reporters are saying which hospital he's at, what happened. And before we know it, someone may or may not be trying to get in to maybe take him out in the hospital. And sure enough,
he's sneaky.
Yeah,
I'm not going to keep going. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's very fun and it's entertaining. Just seeing what Dredd and the other judges were expecting, and also it's fun to see him interact with robotic judges and just what he thinks of them and what they think of him, and it's very curious to see where things are going from here and how they're going to escalate, and it's beautifully well illustrated too by Mike Perkins.
Yeah. And was Mike the guy writing was the original writer, correct?
Yep, John Wagner. Yep, he is back. This is his first time back writing Judge Dredd. I think they said this is his last Judge Dredd story he's going to do.
Oh wow!
So this is his very last because he's been there since the very beginning.
Yeah.
So he co-creator of Judge Dredd, and since going as far back as the 1970s, I think, and he's been writing it all this time. Him, Garth Ennis have written some of the best ones. So he's going out with a bang.
Nice. And it looks like he hasn't lost his touch for the most part. So
John Wagner? No, absolutely
nice.
not.
Yeah.
No, he's one of those, very, very, even just, we were seeing that a lot lately. A lot of artists, who are, elderly, they still got it. Larry Hama, still got it.
Yeah.
John Wagner,
Agreed.
still got it. Chris Claremont, for the most part, yeah.
Hit or miss, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna wrap up the night with The Darkness #2. I will say, look, I loved the first issue. I thought it was a lot of fun. Very 90s. I loved he was banging pretty much anything and everything.
Yeah.
I was very happy because this issue for me gave me more characterization. So I was like, all right, this is kind of what I wanted. But what were your thoughts on this issue?
Yeah, so it's a very much a I don't know if a swerve is the right word for it, but it kind of is.
Yeah,
and
I get that.
Yeah, it's very, like you said, it's very much a character building one because we get him and the girl he grew up with in the orphanage. They're talking about their lives at the orphanage afterwards, what happened, her being taken in by the family, and they don't care for him that much at all, and it's great. And then before we know it, as they're enjoying each other's company, we see that they're being monitored in the streets, and but we also see that he's being more or less he's seeing visions. He's been poisoned, or he's been consumed by this darkness. Darkness has given him visions, and on top of that, we got the angels that they show up and start causing havoc, and
they're not exactly
they're not exactly kind. They're not
correct.
They're not kind angels. So yeah, things escalate pretty quickly in this. And granted, it's not Ed Benes on the art, but this artist, he still does a solid job here. I gotta give him credit.
He does. It does not look bad. It's almost got more of a European vibe to it, in my opinion.
I would say, it would belong in a 2000 AD or a heavy metal magazine.
Yeah. So I'm still really enjoying this. I'm liking what it is. And I like that we've it still feels very much the same, but I feel like we've gotten two kind of different flavors between the first issue and this issue. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do moving forward. So I'm loving it. Well, I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to see what else they bring to the. Is this supposed to be a full ongoing series, or is it going to be like a maxi?
Yeah. As far as I know, it's a full relaunch. It's an ongoing series, much like Witchblade. So
sweet. Yeah. Well,
because we did see Witchblade showed up in the first issue very briefly.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just gonna say because isn't Marguerite Bennett writing Witchblade right now, or is it?
Yeah, no, it's her. Yeah.
Yep, that's the thing, and it's happening, and it's not great. But
no, it's not. It's like I gave it a shot the first issue or two, and it did nothing for me. It didn't take.
Everything I've ever, I'm not going to say that she's not a good writer. I think she's got a certain prose to her writing that I'm sure people would like. but everything I've ever read from Marguerite Bennett has just been absolutely boring for me.
Yes.
So I just
They have no flair for drama, and that's the problem.
Listen, she did the freaking Bombshells book for DC, and it was boring. Like, how do you take 1940s, 50s pinup female characters and make it boring? Whatever. Batwoman, boring. What else did she do? I don't even remember. She did that The Lot or whatever. Awful.
She did some crappy DC miniseries too. Back in like 2016, 2017, and weren't that great.
Yeah, no, she's not. She's very sweet, very lovely lady. I've met her. I've done interviews, but she's not my favorite writer by any means.
No.
But yeah, no, Darkness. I'm really enjoying. I like that it's back. I like that it's got the kind of swagger that it does have because it's just got a sense of an edge to it that we don't get in a lot of comics.
Yeah, especially that first issue. Oh my god. Yeah, loved it.
Yeah, agreed.
You don't have a STD or anything. No, that was great. I loved it.
Wait, what was that?
On the first issue, and the chick sees she's like, "You don't have STD or anything, do you?" Oh god, that was great. Love it.
It really was. Let's see. Salty coming in with Redcoat was solid again. Completely agree. The Northerner crosses over. Yeah, the Northerner just crossed over to Geiger. We talked about that last week, I think.
Yeah.
My weeks all blend together. So
this is how they should be doing it. It should be like a different book a week.
Yeah. Agreed. Ghost Machine. Agreed. Salty also with American folklore means speculative history. Yeah. But I would even say, even if that's not your thing, Redcoat's one of those books that the story is told well enough that even if that's not your thing, you can come in and you're going to enjoy it. Like, yeah. And then Kaiser, are you guys not reading Cul-de-sac? No, because getting my hands on issues was difficult. And then after a few issues passed, I was like, yep, I'm good. I'm hearing great. Look, a lot of what I have read from Bad Idea lately has been excellent.
And I just straight up refuse to read Bad Idea because I'm tired of their bullshit. Like I said, their stuff could be good. Planet Death could be the best thing ever. But look, I'm not reading it because I'm tired of their bullshit.
Planet Death is fine. This and I think Save Now, Cul-de-sac and Save Now I think are the two things that I'm hearing just outstanding praise from. And I would love to be reading them, but I think they burned so many bridges that even a lot of comic shop owners are like, yeah, I'm not gonna. And unfortunately, that's what sucks is they've got all this great stuff now, but then trying to go back and get issues. And like I've said before, I'm not going to go online and try to buy an issue at this point because then I'm paying like $8, $10 after shipping. If not more, it's just not worth it. Salty, but I got Saved Now from Midtown. Had to. I might Salty. What I might do is once we get like 6 issues or so in, I might order like 1 through 6 if they still have copies. That way, it's not me paying again $7-8 for shipping alone. So I might check that out. But I'm hoping that they'll kind of change their ways and do trades at some point too, because it just doesn't make sense why they don't. Like you can still keep it physical copies, but get it out to comic shops. Also, we've got Salty coming in with another $2. Thanks for the show, gents. Happy Friday Eve. Indeed, man. Thank you for always being here. I always love your input. I tell you as often as I can, I think you're one of the smartest people I know. So, and I don't throw that around lightly. So I always love having you here. I love when you give me shit. I'm glad we didn't have a towel rack moment tonight. So no, damn it, Josh. Hey, but for the $2, let's go with a little Colossus. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap things up there. Drewski, or just a reminder, we do have the campaign Bloody Echoes for Kickstarter. That link is pinned in the chat. Go support the book. Check it out. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty awesome title. Drew, if anything else you want to add?
No, I hope everyone gives it a shot. I know horror can be a hard sell for a lot of people sometimes, but give it a shot. There's a lot more to it. There's a heart to this.
Nice. And then if people want to find you, where can they find you?
Find me here. You can find me on Wes's channel, Thinking Critical, on Saturdays. And you can find me on Instagram, Dolan_Waddick. You can find me on Facebook, Dolan Waddick. I share nothing but my work.
Nice. We are here pretty much Tuesday and Thursday. I'm gonna
Ugly Strawberry. Oh my god, I know who Ugly Strawberry is. Who the hell is I?
Oh, yep. See, this is
Damn
I
it!
do too.
Damn it!
Ugly. Well, give us what your handle was before YouTube decided to be gay and go back to like.
I know who this is. I know who it is. It's just damn.
I know. Yep. I do this all the time. Like I just like, oh crap, I know who this is, but I can't remember your name handle that you used to use. But sup foo to you too. Nice to see you.
I think I might know who it is. I think it's
Raphael. Oh yes.
Yes. There
Dude, listen. When they made the switch, I was like, dang it. Because it just, I don't know. Like, it throws me off so bad. But yeah, Raphael, super nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. As I was saying, yeah, we're typically here Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to go ahead and put a pre-prediction out that we probably will not have a stream on Tuesday. There's a good chance I'm not going to have power on Tuesday. If things change, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, it's sounding highly likely that we will not have power come Tuesday. That's what they're giving us pre-warnings for with this ice that's coming. But other than that, yeah, typically here Tuesdays and Thursdays, always talking nerd stuff. We have fun things planned for the future. I'm trying to get the gangs back together to get our comic book club for the channel back in rotation. So that'll be coming back for its monthly rotations. I want to get my YouTube Avengers back to pick back up with the Marvelous Mondays again, because I had a lot of fun with Drew and Nadia and Shield Wall kind of discussing those movies. Like that was always a good time. And I always loved getting just the different perspectives. Like Shield Wall has so much knowledge and life experience. Drew, your background with comics, but also the military, same with Shield. And then Nadia actually worked in film. So it was a fun way to approach those movies from different perspectives. And it's back when those movies were good. So, you know, go figure. Did I just lose this? Nope. Here. Okay, I'm here. Sorry. Everything went black and it scared the shit out of me. Someone's going to clip that and I'm screwed. Anyways, y'all have a good night. We will see y'all next week, most likely Thursday for Floppy Drop, but stay tuned on socials and I'll let y'all know. And until then, you know, don't get arrested. How about that?
Yeah.
Good night.